How's it going, guys? Right, as promised, here is then the Turbo Duo system review. So yeah, I splashed out on this baby for my birthday. Been wanting one of these for quite a long while, and I've just been waiting for the right one to come along, and this one definitely was the right one. So I am glad I waited. Again, I used to have one of these back in about 1994. Again, I started off with the PC Engine GT, the handheld. Got quite a few games for that, then traded a load of stuff in, put a load more cash down, and got the Turbo Duo. Again, I didn't even really know what one was at the time. One of the places I used to buy games from, which was up in Scotland, I used to order all my games over the phone. So yeah, before the internet, before even like brochures or anything, I found there's a little shop called KT Consoles up in Caithness in Scotland that I used to order all my stuff. My dad used to go mental because the phone bill was always horrendous, because I used to be on the phone to these guys probably about 3 or 4 times a week, probably about an hour at a time, finding out all the new stuff they had. So they suggested I get the Turbo Duo. So yeah, did a little trade with those guys and got one through the post, and it was amazing. At the time, just blew my mind. Such a cool system. So yeah, I had that for probably a couple of years, then ended up trading it in for a Neo Geo in the end. Did regret doing that. So I'm really glad to finally get a Turbo Duo back in the collection. Right, so let's have we'll have a quick look through everything I got, and we'll have a look at the system, and we'll do a little gameplay action as well. Right, so this is the box itself that it came in, which again is in really good condition, considering it's pretty much hitting about, nearly 20 years old now, so it's looking in really good nick. So let's have a quick look at the front there. Again, it's got all the original NEC documentation on there as well, the matching serial number. Then on the back there, little gump about the actual system itself. Not a lot more else to say on the box. So let's actually just get into the system. But anyway, really nice to get the box with the system, and again, all the poly inserts, everything is all in there, and it's all in tip-top condition. It really is. So I've got a real mint system on my hands, which is cool. Right, I'll quick look at the instructions that came with it. So you've got all the manuals and everything in there on the back. Again, how to do sort of multiplayer, etc. This is kind of cool that I saw today. The Turbo Play magazine, not sold in any stores. So this is basically a subscription to a magazine that came out in America. Again, there you go. You can buy 6 issues for $9.95. Again, with secret hints, late breaking news, sneak peeks, previews, helpful game maps, valuable tips, and much more. So they're $9.95. So yeah, that was obviously a magazine that came out in the 90s. For the Turbo Duo, and a little advertisement for that. Right, so the system itself. Let's move these bits over. Right, so here it is then, the Turbo Duo. So silky and black and just awesome, really. It's a really nice little system. So the main point of it is it's a regular PC Engine on one side, and then it's your CD-ROM on the other, so both together. So the original systems, you would basically, you buy your little system, and the original PC Engine came in sort of like a briefcase that you sort of put both parts to it. Then you'd need a CD-ROM card, which I have got, which I'll just show you. This is the Arcade Pro card. So what you would do is you would get one of these cards. It's like an expansion port card, and when you have your separate systems, you open up your flap there. Well, on the regular system, you'd have to have one of these in your system to then enable you to hook it up to the CD unit, then to play the CDs. So those two would work together. Now there's a few different models of this sort of arcade. Well, this one, the arcade system. Again, there was the System Pro cards about 3 or 4 different models that came along. They sort of got better as they went along. This was the last one they made, which was the arcade card. Now, when I still had my original Turbo GEO, I was waiting for this thing to come out, and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited. And in the end, I lost hope it was ever going to come out, and I ended up selling the system for the Neo Geo. Now, what this baby can do, it allows you to play some of the Neo Geo titles like World Heroes, Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting on the PC Engine, which I was really excited to get those ports over, but again, they never really came out, so never got to actually play them. But I've now managed to, as you can see, got the Arcade Pro card. I've now got the Turbo GEO, so I'm hopefully now trying to get hold of a couple of the original arcade games, so I can actually see what they were like. So I'd be really interested to actually see what the conversions were like. Right, so the system itself then. So yeah, on this side we've got the HU cards, which this machine will only play the American cards, the Turbo Graphics cards. You can play the Japanese ones, but you're going to need a converter that sort of plops in there, then your card goes on it. Then on this side we've got our CD drive with our CD games in there as well. Then on the front there we've just got a busy light, we've got a little lock and our open button. Then on the side there we've got our AV, our headphone jack and volume there as well. Then on the front here, so we've got our cartridge slot, our on and off button and our pad button, or pad connector. Again, with the PC Engine you only actually got one joypad port. You always needed like a multi-adapter, so it was always one out then into basically a 5 port for multiplayer games. Then nothing on that side. Then we just got our power supply there on the back, and also with this system, this one has been converted for the UK, which is great. So it's had a SCART lead put onto it, and also the power has been changed as well. So it comes with a 240 volt UK power supply. So haven't got to plug any converters, nothing in. Literally plug it straight in out the box and away it goes. Again, you can see all the original documents. See, look, the bottom of this thing, well, not a scratch on it, absolutely mint. There we go, manufacture September 1992, and all the original documents there as well. So real nice piece of kit. Then with this, let's have a look at the joypad itself. So the standard issue sort of TurboGrafx pad, great little pads, dead easy, button 1, button 2, run, select, directional joypad, and then the classic auto fires, which is essential for all PC Engine shooters. So great controller. Now, one of the main reasons I bought this setup, apart from again being in good condition, was the games that it came with. Now, the original games I had with my Turbo GEO basically comes with all the original games that I had, or most of the real classics. Now, the main one is Gates of Thunder, which is well, let's hope it's still as good as it used to be. It used to be an amazing shooter. Again, when I used to have the system, really miss playing this game. Not ever played it since I sold it. So you know, you're going to see me playing it again for the first time, which is going to be pretty cool. So Gates of Thunder's on there, and then you also get Bonk's Adventure 1 and 2, and then it's got a secret Easter egg game of Bomberman, which the guy here who sold it to me has put the little code in. So you basically get the original version of Bomberman in there as well. So Gates of Thunder was in there. It also came with the original Wise 1 and 2. Again, these two discs were what actually came with the original GEO when they sort of were released in the shops. You can see there, these discs are absolutely mint, not even a scratch on them anywhere. Then another game, Crest of Wolf, which is basically a bit like a kind of a Final Fight sort of scroll along beat 'em up. Not actually played that one yet, but looking forward to having a go. And then another classic, following on from Gates of Thunder, they then released Lords of Thunder. This thing has got a kick-ass rock soundtrack to it. Again, really awesome game, totally mint again. So this guy who had it before really looked after everything. So, I mean, these games now, Gates of Thunder and Lords of Thunder alone, are going to cost around about sort of anywhere between sort of £40 to £50 each to get hold of now. Quite hard to get hold of. Never really seen any really in England. If you're going to buy it, you're going to have to get it imported from Japan. So managed to get the system with all the games there. Again, not a lot of games, but quality over quantity. Again, some expensive titles there. The system itself, again, all boxed up, delivered. Managed to get it for £203.57. So yeah, quite an expensive system, but worth it, I think, definitely. It was worth spending the extra money to get the games that I wanted and to get a system, you know, in tip-top condition. Right, so we'll plug this baby in and get a little bit of Gates of Thunder on, I think. Right guys, back again now with the PC Engine turned on. So this is the main screen you get when you start the actual unit up. So we'll just press the run button and get it going. So it goes. A bit like Mode 7 on the old Super NES. Bonk.
Ooga bonk.
Bonk.
Daba duba. Ooga mooga.
Right, so this is the original disc then that comes with the system itself. So Gates of Thunder's on here, Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge. And again, there's that secret game of Bomberman hidden in here as well. So we're going to go with Gates of Thunder. Let's get this loaded up and see what it's like. Again, I've not played this for over 15 years, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it's aged. You know, see what they look like. You know, see if it is actually still as good as it was. Let's get it started up. Gates of Thunder. Alright. Well, it's still playing really well, to be honest. And again, soundtrack is still kicking ass. Again, because it's a CD system, all of the music is super clear and crisp. So with this, with the game itself, as I remember, you didn't get like a special weapon, like a big bomb or anything like that. You basically get like 3 different weapons that you can choose in the game. So this one was laser. Then we've got this sort of like spread wave shot, and then this one, which basically just hits the sort of roof and floor. A laser out of all of them, and again you can power these up as well as you're going along. So this level is sort of quite like the big mothership out of R-Type. We've got a shield on as well now. Ooh. So this earthquake now, we've got that fully powered up now. considering it's basically 20 years old, this game, it still really plays really well. Again, I've never played a shoot 'em up on a PC Engine that was actually bad. You know, all of them are always really good. I said this was awesome, and you know, the other game I got, Lords of Thunder as well, really did kick ass. So now I'm still really impressed with it, to be honest. There we go, we've got full power lightning now. Seems to be cutting through the enemies. Oh, stopped us load up there a bit. Right, this is the end of level boss. If I can remember, you have to shoot his eye, I think, in the middle. So there we go then. That's a quick look then at Gates of Thunder on the Turbo Duo, and a quick look at the system itself. Again, yeah, really impressed with the system. Really glad I got it back in the collection. Again, as you can see, some really great games out for this thing. And yeah, a really quality bit of kit. So if you get the chance and you've got a few £100 to spare, then yeah, definitely look at investing in a Turbo Duo. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you soon with some more reviews.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.